Hello sports fan, this is Steven here for JustMyPicks.com, and I'm bringing you a special breakdown of the Eastern Conference Finals, where you have the Miami Heat, the defending NBA champion, taking on the Indiana Pacers, who they took on last year in the conference finals. Now you're looking at both these titans, and I mean titans, the two best teams in the East. You're looking at LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. On the other side, you're looking at Roy Hibbert, Paul George, Lance Stephenson, David West. This is an intriguing matchup because both these teams generally do not like each other. They get under each other's skin. You look at the Indiana Pacers beating their chest, saying, you know what, throughout the regular season, we want Miami. We want home court advantage for this very reason. We want this Game 7 if it comes down to Game 7 in our building in Indianapolis. So we want to be able to do things our way. Now, when you look at the Miami Heat, they have a loaded basketball team. You look at some veterans that are older. You look at LeBron James, of course, being the best player in the NBA. You look at so many things that they do well. This is going to come down if Roy Hibbert can play the old Roy Hibbert basketball, or is he going to turn into this funny Roy Hibbert that gets 0 points, 0 rebounds, things like that. Paul George has to be consistent with his three-point shooting. When it comes down to it, a lot of times the Indiana Pacers just take flat-out bad shots. If the Indiana Pacers are not playing that top-notch defense like the Miami Heat do, then this is going to be a track meet for the offense of the Miami Heat, because they love getting turnovers. They love scoring points in transition. They love being the Sports Center highlight for dunks and for threes. And you got to look at Ray Allen. He's going to be open a little bit in this series because they're not going to chase around Ray Allen for 4 full quarters. You look at Wade. If Wade can give the Miami Heat 3 to 4 solid games of excellent play in the first half and the second half, this is going to be a nightmare for the Indiana Pacers. These guys have been on a collision course all season long. The Atlanta Hawks gave the Indiana Pacers a tough time. Also, the Washington Wizards gave the Indiana Pacers a tough time. We really have not seen a team give the Miami Heat a tough time yet, because they easily disposed of the Bobcats and they easily disposed of the Brooklyn Nets. So the X factor in this series is going to be, for both teams, the bench. Simply, you know what Wade can give you. You know what Paul George can give you. You know what Lance Stephenson can give you. You know what LeBron's going to give you. You know what Bosh is going to give you. You know what Hibbert's going to give you, hopefully. But when it comes down to it, can Ray Allen, can Mario Chalmers, can a lot of these guys like Shane Battier, Birdman Anderson, can a lot of these guys step up and score the basketball on that second wave or that second unit for the Miami Heat? You know Luis Scola's going to show up, but will anybody else for the Indiana Pacers on that bench show up and help this team out? Now, you have Evan Turner, who comes off the bench, but he's been a lot of inconsistent lately, so you can't really depend on him and say, oh, he's going to show up here or there. And when it comes down to it, there isn't really a big besides Hibbert that really scares anybody in this series. Chris Bosh is going to try to pull him away from the paint so they can operate more in the paint. When I say they, meaning LeBron, Mario Chalmers when he's cutting, Dwayne Wade. And Dwayne Wade, if he can play at a high level for 6 minutes at a time, 8 minutes at a time, the Indiana Pacers are going to have a lot of trouble, because Wade is still one of the best finishers in the NBA with his slashing style. He is an excellent complement to LeBron James, so it's a toss-up. But in the end, I have to go with the defending NBA champion Miami Heat, because they have the Indiana Pacers number. They beat them consistently in the playoffs. They beat them consistently throughout the years in the regular season, and they have the hardware to prove it. Not only that, they are looking to get 16 wins in the playoffs. LeBron is on a mission. So LeBron wants to rival the title count of a Magic Johnson, of a Michael Jordan, of a Kobe Bryant. So he's going to try and do his best to stop the Indiana Pacers, and he's going to do well, I feel like, in this series, because there's not a single person on this planet who can one-on-one guard LeBron James consistently for 4 straight games and beat the Miami Heat and all the other players with it. So it's going to be a close series, people. I don't see any blowouts. I don't see any out of control games where one team's up by 40, 50 points. But it will be a very physical series. It will be a very heavy foul series. So look for a lot of players to be in a lot of foul trouble with this one. In this one, the referee is going to have to earn their pay in these by calling the correct calls, calling fouls when they need to, and just keeping the physical play to a minimum, because these guys can bang. David West can bang. Roy Hibbert can bang. Udonis Haslem can bang. bang. Birdman Anderson can bang. These guys can get in that post and bang, and it will get physical. So you're going to look for the Indiana Pacers to try to talk a lot, to try to get into the head of the Miami Heat, to try to be physical with LeBron. So you're going to see a lot of flopping from LeBron. Let's just face it. So when it comes down to it, like I said before, I'm picking the Miami Heat to win this in 6 or 7. Probably 7, because I feel like this series can go the limit. But I want to know what you guys feel. In the comment section below, please leave your comments. Please leave your feedback. Who do you think is going to win? Do you think my prediction in 7? Or do you think it's going to be less than that? Do you feel like the Indiana Pacers are going to win? Just leave me a comment in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to check me out at justmypicks.com for all the breaking news, all the updates, all the sporting news that you need. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at justmypicks.tv. Also, check me out on YouTube, YouTube.com/justmypicks.tv. After all, thank you very much for checking us out. Enjoy the NBA playoffs and hit us up another time. Thank you very much.